My name is James Mirie, and this is my final exam submission for the ISSS Strength and Conditioning Certification. I am currently a self-employed personal trainer. I was formerly a soccer athlete and transitioned more into bodybuilding. Today I will be my own athlete and I will take you through a full body workout, focusing mainly on squats and presses. I recently recovered from a groin injury where I pulled my pectineus muscle. It's been roughly 4 months since the injury occurred, but with many physiotherapy sessions and non-strenuous activities, I've been able to recover and get back into my weight training program. I am currently on the second week of my load cycle and everything is going well so far. So now let's get into the video. So here we begin with a mobility warm-up, which is arm circles, which we'll do for about 20 seconds, 10 seconds clockwise and 10 seconds anti-clockwise. This is to get the muscles in the shoulders warm and also get the joints lubricated within. This is followed by arm crosses, which helps open up the muscles in the chest and shoulders as well for the workouts that we're about to perform later on in the exercises. We will do this for about 20 to 25 seconds. Once you're done, we can move on to the dynamic warm-up, which is essentially stretching the body muscles during our movement, which will help in increasing blood flow to the muscles and increasing functional mobility, and also helps to maximize the available flexibility. Next is the standard push-up. Make sure your arms are placed shoulder width apart and ensure you use proper technique for the workout. As you can see, my elbows are slightly bent inwards, and make sure you do not arch your back as this may lead to injury. Do 10 repetitions for this warm-up workout. Take 2 seconds on the eccentric portion of the exercise and 1 second on the concentric portion as you come up explosively. Let's move on to the alternating standing knee raises from front to side. Do this exercise for roughly 20 to 30 seconds. As stated earlier, I had suffered a groin injury a few months ago, so my physiotherapist recommended me to do this as part of my warm-up routine. This exercise warms up various muscles of the lower body, including those in the groin area. Since I did not feel any pain or discomfort while doing this exercise, I moved on to the next one. The final part of this warm-up is air squat. For this exercise, make sure you do 10 repetitions. This is my favorite warm-up exercise as it helps warm up your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes, as well as make sure you engage your core throughout the whole exercise so as to maintain your balance. Make sure you control the movement during the eccentric portion of the exercise and you come up as fast as you can explosively during the concentric phase. Now that I have warmed up adequately, it's time to begin my working exercises. So for the first exercise, we have the barbell squat. This is a great exercise as it helps strengthen the quads, glutes and hamstrings, as well as the joints, ligaments and tendons around the knee and hips. It also helps improve core strength. I begin the exercise using the bar alone so as to get used to the movement pattern of the exercise and ensure that I'm using proper technique. My feet are placed shoulder width apart with my toes slightly pointed outwards. I make sure to keep a neutral spine and not round my back as I do the exercise. As you add weight to the bar, make sure you secure them safely using a clamp to ensure your safety and those around you. Pull to confirm that the clamp is tightened enough before proceeding to the exercise. I gradually increase the weight on the bar until I get to the amount required for my working set. Here, I only do 5 repetitions with the lighter weight. This is to further recruit the motor units being used in the movement. I also do fewer repetitions with the lighter weight to make sure that I am not fatigued when I begin the working set. Once completed, I add the weight required for my working set and begin the exercise immediately without any rest. I do 5 sets of 8 repetitions each, making sure I rest for 60 to 90 seconds between each set. During the concentric phase, I go down in a controlled manner and try to come up explosively during the eccentric phase. Make sure you also use a proper breathing technique, one that increases your intra-abdominal pressure within your abdomen as you squat. This will help stabilize the back and reduce the spinal compression and lumbar load that it experiences. Breathe in and brace your core at the top of the movement before going down into a squat. As you lower yourself into the squat, keep holding your breath and bracing your core until you come back to the starting position at the top where you exhale, reset yourself and repeat the breathing technique for the next repetitions. Once you have completed all your working sets, rest for 120 seconds to 150 seconds before beginning the next exercise. During this time, you should record the work that you have done, which is the number of sets and repetitions completed or failed, and also write a few notes on how the exercise was and what can be done in the future in order to improve on various aspects of the exercise, such as technique or the range of motion. Next, we have the barbell bench press. This amazing exercise helps increase upper body push strength by building muscles such as the pectoralis major, the triceps brachii, and the deltoid muscles. This exercise helps strengthen some leg muscles and core muscles, which act as stabilizers during the lift. I begin the exercise using only the bar. This allows me to make sure that I'm using proper technique throughout the movement. My feet are firmly placed on the ground, toes pointed slightly outwards. There's a slight arch in my lower back, and both my glutes and my retracted scapulae are placed firmly on the bench with my chest out. I add a little weight to the bar and secure it using a clamp for my safety and those around me. As you get into the bench press position, ensure your eyes are directly beneath the bar and your arms are placed slightly wider than shoulder width apart on the bar. On this set, I do only 5 repetitions as this is a warm-up set and I do not want to get fatigued before I start doing my working sets. Once I am done with my warm-up sets, I add the weight that I'm going to lift for my working sets and begin the exercise immediately without any rest. I also double check again to make sure that I have clamped the weight onto the bar and that it is secured correctly. For my working sets, I'm going to be doing 4 sets of 8 repetitions, making sure to rest for 60 to 90 seconds between each set. I slowly lower the weight to a position right above my chest, making sure not to bounce the weight on my chest, and I push it up explosively back to starting position, making sure that I do not lock out my arms at the top so as to keep the muscles under tension. After completing the workout, I rest for 120 to 150 seconds before beginning the next exercise as I record the work that I have done and make notes on how to improve on future workouts. For the third workout, I'll be doing the dumbbell incline bench press. This exercise increases upper body strength by focusing mainly on the muscles of the upper chest area, such as the anterior deltoid and the clavicular pectoralis major, as well as the triceps brachii. For this exercise, make sure you use a steady bench with an incline of between 15 degrees to 30 degrees. Sit on the bench with each dumbbell being held on the lower thigh on each leg, right above the knee. Using momentum from your legs, thrust the weight up to above your chest as you lie down on the bench. Pull your scapulae together as you retract your shoulders and push out your chest. Make sure you maintain a slight arch in your lower back throughout the workout and keep your feet planted firmly onto the ground, shoulder width apart and your toes slightly pointed outwards. Push the weight up explosively and lower it back down in a controlled movement to a position right above the chest. I do 4 sets of 8 repetitions, making sure to rest for 60 to 90 seconds after each set. After completing the workout, rest for 120 to 150 seconds before doing the next exercise. Next, we have a seated dumbbell shoulder press. Use a steady bench and bring the seat all the way up to 90 degrees. Sit with your back against the bench, maintaining a neutral spine with a slight arch in your lower back. Bring the weight up to above your shoulders and press it straight up using a pronated grip. Lower the weight in a slow, controlled manner in order to create as much tension as possible in the muscles, then push the weight back up in a controlled manner. I do 1 warm-up set, then immediately proceed to do 5 sets of 8 repetitions, making sure to rest for 60 to 90 seconds after each set. This exercise helps to strengthen various upper body muscles, such as the anterior and lateral deltoid muscles of the shoulder, as well as the triceps brachii. After completing the workout, rest for 120 to 150 seconds before beginning the next exercise as you record the work done and taking notes on how to improve on future workouts. Make sure to re-rack the weight once you are done with them. For our 5th workout, we have the triceps push down. This is an isolation exercise that is used to build push strength by working out the triceps brachii. I do these isolation exercises after completing all my compound exercises so as to overload specific muscle groups, here being the triceps brachii, which will result in strength gains as well as muscle hypertrophy. Grasp the bar, bend the knee slightly while maintaining a neutral spine and push the bar down. Keep your elbows and upper arm in the same position and do not sway them back and forth as you do the movement, because this will reduce the tension on your triceps muscle and focus it on other muscles. I do 3 sets of as many repetitions as I can possibly handle using proper technique. After each set, I make sure to rest for 90 seconds. After completing the workout, rest for 120 seconds to 150 seconds before beginning the next exercise, as you record the work done and make notes on how to improve on future workouts. For our sixth and final exercise, we have the seated dumbbell triceps extension. This is also an isolation exercise that focuses mainly on the triceps brachii. Pick up a dumbbell and place it on your shoulders. Sit on a flat bench. Keep your feet firmly planted to the ground, shoulder width apart with your toes slightly pointed outwards. Brace your core to stabilize and keep the spine neutral while lifting the weight behind the head with both arms and straighten the arms. Keeping your elbows in place, lower the weight in a controlled movement and explosively lift it back up. I do 3 sets of as many repetitions as possible using proper form. Rest for 90 seconds in between each set. Once completed, I record the work done and take some notes about the workout. I then move on to the cool down portion of the workout program. A cool down is very important after a workout, especially a high intensity workout. Make sure you cool down for about 5 to 10 minutes. A cool down period that consists of light aerobic activity as well as stretching helps remove the lactic acid buildup in the muscle. It also reduces or completely eliminates delayed onset muscle soreness that occurs within 12 to 24 hours following a heavy resistance workout due to the microtrauma of the muscle fibers. I begin with a slow-paced jog using the elliptical machine for about 5 to 10 minutes. The reason I chose to use the elliptical machine over the treadmill is that the elliptical machine places less stress on your joints as it offers a low impact type of workout. This relieves some of the pressure on the ankle, knee, hips and other joints as well. It also helps cool down the muscles of your arms and upper body. For the next portion of the cool down, we will do some static stretching. Static stretching will help to improve the flexibility and range of motion of the joints used in the workout. It will also help your muscles to recover faster after a workout, leading to less pain, stiffness and cramping, thus reducing the injury potential of the muscles and joints stretched. Here I am stretching the muscles and joints recruited for the upper body workout, which includes those found in the shoulders, the chest and the arms. I do 2 sets of each exercise, making sure to pull and hold the position for about 10 to 20 seconds. Do not take any breaks whatsoever, as you need to make sure that you stretch all the muscles while they are still warm. Next, we move on to doing static stretches of the lower body. Here, we stretch the agonists and the antagonist muscles used in the squat exercise, which are the quadriceps, hamstrings and the glutes. I do 2 sets of each exercise, making sure to pull and hold the position for about 10 to 20 seconds. Do not take any breaks in between of sets of each stretch exercise. Now we have come to the end of this full body workout session. That was my final submission for the ISSA Strength and Conditioning Certification. I hope this video has helped shed some light on how a trainer can set up a basic strength workout program. Thank you very much.